Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Sunday for the well, it's Sunday for everybody, I think. Maybe parts of the world are ahead. Or it might still be Saturday for some people, not sure. Either way, happy weekend to you all if it is your weekend. If not, hope your work week's going well. But if it is your weekend, I hope you've had a good one so far. Hope your Saturday was good. Mine was interesting. As I kind of teased on Tuesday and Thursday, maybe some upgrades to the stream. The visual quality, video quality is not going to be seen in this one simply because, yep, a new processor came. I got it installed technically on Friday. That being said, some issues. Finally got them fixed. Needed a BIOS update. Not a big deal, other than this is the only Windows machine in the house. So that was problematic. I had to borrow my dad's laptop to fire a BIOS update, and anyway. Now my PC is looking all nice and pretty. I will show pictures at some point, not on the stream because I didn't have time to edit any of that down and get it onto my PC to show on stream, but there we go, I tried. So on Tuesday the quality should be better once I can improve the settings. I was doing some testing last night, it got pretty late. It was going alright, other than, as Gray would say were he in chat, I had a pebcac error. Problem exists between keyboard and chair, if you don't know what that means, which was my problem. So, yeah, I had some audio doubling, mic doubling, it was not good. It was my own fault. Finally figured that out, but thought it might have been overtaxing the new processor, perhaps. It wasn't, it was just me being a dummy. Anyway, got it fixed, I think. If it's doubled, let me know. Anyway, hopefully the audio is fine today. Well, hopefully, always I hope it is. But particularly today, I hope it's fine. Let me know if there are any issues. Didn't have a chance to put an EQ on the new mic. I did get the new mic going, so I am using that, so it's off my headset, so no more breathing noises and stuff like that. That's a positive. And hopefully that will continue. But yeah, so let me know if the audio levels are okay. I think they're fine. I think the mic gain's fine. Hopefully I'm not blowing anybody's eardrums out, and one's not overpowering the other. But let me know if it is, and I will work to fix it. And we'll put an EQ and everything and get the mic quality sounding as it should be for the really nice mic I have. Probably for Tuesday's stream. Shouldn't take me long to do it. I just ran out of time. Also, right before the stream, thankfully it came instead of on stream, so the little noise machine that is known as Taz didn't have a chance to get in there and make noise, but my wife got me an anniversary present I didn't know about. That's coming soon. Ah. Hey, Buffy. I was about to type a response back to you like we were chatting that way. Good, I'm glad it sounds fine, thank you. Let me know once the game kicks in, if there are any mic issues, whatnot. But yes, my wonderful wife ordered me an anniversary present, because our anniversary is coming up here pretty soon. Won't tell you the date, you don't need to know, but it's coming up soon. And I didn't know she got me this, but it is awesome. And it came literally minutes before stream, so I am going to open it on stream. Ta-da! Never know which way to turn things to get it right on camera. It's like the mirror, I'm terrible. So I can't trim my beard very well either. Anyway, it's a book. The Art of Horizon Zero Dawn. Likely my favorite game of all time. I say likely just because I hate making final statements like that, but I absolutely love the game. I love the art. It's a gorgeous game, so she thought this would be a good gift for me. And as is usually the case, she was correct. Because she knows me quite well. You would hope after this many years. It will be 11. Coming up soon. Married anyway. So I wanted to unbox on stream because it came in, and I wanted to. I didn't unbox it. I wanted to unwrap it on stream because came in and I wanted to look, and hey. So we're seeing this for the first time together. So we're opening to a random page. It's actually pretty awesome. Gorgeous. Turn around so I can see it. Oh wow. Okay, so the stream is not about me opening my book, so I won't bore everybody with it. Well, hopefully it's not boring, but this is awesome. So thank you to my wife if she is watching. She might be, never know. So, but anyway, it's not why I'm saying it. Thank you, this is awesome, and I will go through it more thoroughly and probably mark some pages to show off in another stream once I kind of have a direction for it, but I literally just, as you saw, unwrapped it today. So anyway, getting on with the game. Last time we were back in Velen, which Novigrad's basically in Velen. It's just, its own region in and of itself in the same area. We're back in Velen, back with Keira, who was helping us find Ciri, because there were some clues with the mage that she knew about. She helped us find his lair. He was gone, ran into the Wild Hunt. Anyway, that was several streams ago. So she had told us to visit her again in a way that made it seem like it was more of a romantic offering of sorts. But it did give us the side quest, so finally getting back to doing that. Was putting it off for a while. And unlike the romantic gestures she was insinuating, she actually just wants us to go investigate some plague research for her, which we did. We got to Fyke Island. Discovered there was a Plague Maiden there, where basically the peasants rebelled against the noble and killed everybody. His daughter turned into a wraith. Looked like a wraith, but it's actually a Plague Maiden. We defeated her. We need to lift the curse, which means we need to go talk to her former lover. So we're off to do that. So that's where we're picking up. So here we go. Let's have some fun. Enjoy, everybody. As always, let me know if there are any issues with the audio once the game kicks in.
Wounded and tired, Ciri collapsed in the swamp. Some peasants found her and took her to the Baron, Velen's self-appointed ruler. The warlord took the young woman in, had her nursed back to health, then sent her on her way to Novigrad.
Alright, so yeah, we're on Plague Island, and we need to talk to Annabelle. And conveniently we have a fast travel post that I keep running by. Where is it? It's because it's all dilapidated. Does not look like a fast travel post. And yeah, I know my camera's a little high and everything. I had to move everything around several times, and I've been trying to fix it. This is where I got to. Again, ran out of time, but hey, you can see me. Don't really feel like taking the boat there, so I'm not. Anyway, Buffy, I was talking a lot there in the beginning, but how are you doing? You having a good weekend so far? Hopefully. Oh, there's another barber here. That's right, he's probably the one that would have given me, I think I saved him at some point from some bandits, and I believe he would have given me a free haircut instead of the one I paid for in Novigrad, but that's okay, because it didn't cost much. There we go. I was like, why isn't Roach? I always like to stop at these traveling merchants, because you never know if you're going to see him again. Oftentimes you do in this particular game, but it's kind of like Graham and Fallout. You never know what you're going to find.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
So I like to hit them up and make sure there's nothing that they have that I really want or need. An okay weekends, getting some stuff done around the house. Yeah, I know how that goes. I've been trying to get some done around the house, sprinkled with all my PC things. Needless to say, I didn't get much done around the house. It's just a lesser glyph. I do always need those. Since I'm doing well on, I was about to say caps, crowns. Just so I have them. It doesn't turn into an annoying thing later. Allspice and mandrake root. Typically need those. What should I have? Allspice I'm good, because I've been kind of periodically buying it when I find it. Where's the mandrake? Surely I have some. Maybe I don't. Well, in that case, I'll get some. Because I'm pretty sure I need a fair bit of it at some point later. Anything else? I think I have a lot of mistletoe. Alright. Toodles.
Farewell.
Morning, Marcia. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. How's your Sunday going so far? Overabundance of platters that people have in this game. The number of platters I just randomly find. What's the mandrake for? A variety of things. I'm not being invasive. So we have this alchemy tab here, and we craft a variety of things, alchemy substances, which are essentially components you need to make other things. Alcohol, which you really never need to brew because you pick it up all the time, but you need it in making potions and things, and also when you meditate it refills your potions and bombs, but it'll burn one of your type of alcohols. Bombs, I can make that. Speaking of bombs, always good to enhance the bombs when you can. So you learn the crafting recipes as you find them throughout the world, and bombs, decoctions, which bombs are self-explanatory. Decoctions, you drink them and they last for, they have an effect duration. They also cause some toxicity, so you can only have so many on board at one time. And they give you random buffs, like this one, the Ancient Leshen Decoction. Each sign cast increased stamina regeneration for the remainder of the fight. Or for at least 1800 seconds. Whatever that works out to. 60. That'd be 30 minutes. And then you also have oils. No, oils you apply to your sword. And they do different things, like the Draconoid oil will give you plus 10% attack power against versus Draconoid, so if you're fighting a Draconoid type of creature, you can apply that to your oil before the fight, and it'll last for a certain number of hits. I think it's 20 or 40. So for those hits, at least the ones that connect, it does that much more damage. And then potions, which are they're similar to decoctions, except they are potions instead, and they do more specific things, like Witcher Blood injures and knocks back vampires and necrophages when they wound them. That's a bad example. Killer Whale. This one, for 180 seconds, increases my breath supply by underwater by 50%, so I can hold my breath for 50% longer underwater while this is on board. What do I need? I really need some buckthorn, because that's one that comes in handy because there's a lot of diving for treasure and stuff in this game. But anyway, that's kind of a lengthy explanation. So which ones involve Mandrake, I don't remember. I just remember from my last playthrough that Mandrake's one of those you don't pick up on your own very often, as opposed to a lot of the other crafting ingredients, is essentially what it is. And it's expensive. Well, semi. So I try to get a little bit each time, because I remember it's used in a lot of them. Good, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Who eat? What's the UIET? Man needed, God's almighty. I can't stand another minute of it. Every last round has got a man save me, so if you're somewhat young and handy, able to plow a field and don't drink overly much, and most importantly of all, in need of a wife, I guess that would be the most important of all if you're looking for a husband, then come see me, Helena, and we'll both find what we're looking for. Yeah. Again, old school personal ads, right? New carving needed. Lightning struck the carving of the ladies once stood by the stream, burnt it to nothing. Someone's got to whittle a new one, and for good guardians grow angry. Well, yeah, they'll eat more kids. Where's Gray when you need him to ask where the kids are? If you've got the talent, grab a chisel and get to work. Warning, hark, went to Crow's Perch to do a lot of trading, then bandits just spat on my mugs, then shattered them all against the ground out of spite and gave me a sound beating on a lark. Sounds about right. Take counsel from my misfortune and stay damn far from that perch of miscreants. I wish I could do something about that. Contract, missing soldiers. Let it be known that the Imperial Army is in need of a man who knows the area, a hunter or a scout, for example, to help us find a missing patrol. It is possible the soldiers fell prey to a monster. If this suspicion is confirmed, anyone delivering the beast's head will be paid a reward by the undersigned. Address and any and all questions to the same individual. Glory to the Emperor. Alan Noren, commander of the division stationed in Orton. Let all read and know. Yestereve, Nordrada popped her clogs. Oh, okay. For long years, she'd played on our pity, begging for alms and her due as a lone widow without kin. Yet 'twas all lies. We went to ready her body for burial, and lo and behold, behind her stove sat a sack bursting with grain, beans, and peas, and next to it a satchel of dried apples and mushrooms. We summoned the eldermen at once and decided as follows. The food will parcel out to everyone in the village, and Nordrada will deny a proper burial, tossing her into the swamp with a stone tied to her legs instead, so that she may never know peace after death. Let this be a sign to all who steal for themselves at the cost of others and hide food from the rest of the village while covering it up with lies. Such shall be cursed by gods and man. A feeling you turned her into a monster. Possibly the contract that's there, we'll see. I mean, I get why they're angry, don't get me wrong, but
how do I get my lush to use
if we wanted to root out and exterminate the monsters rampaging around these parts, during the time it takes to complete the contract, said Witcher will have the right to room and board in the Elderman's hut, costs deducted from final pay. Message from the Elderman of Lindenvale. Alright, we don't need to read that.
So, she gives me an amulet, says it'll quench
Oh.
his thirst.
I'm way behind on chat.
Did
Bear
it?
with me. Let me catch up here. Sorry. You just now got the notifications? Well, that sounds about right. Hi, Belinda. How are you? But yeah, that's about right for YouTube. Oh, what's Quiet Marcia? The game? You were wondering when the UK crew would arrive? I was wondering when you would arrive too, Gray. How are you? Let's see, everybody. Okay, you're all saying hi to everyone. Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a good weekend. Since you guys missed the beginning, I got an awesome early anniversary present from my wife. The Art of Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm not going to thumb through it here on stream, but I may some other time, but I'll kind of bookmark some pages to show some other time. It literally came minutes before the stream, so I pulled the plastic off in the intro because I wanted to take a look at it. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. How are you doing, Gray? You didn't already say. Hope you're doing well as well. It's redundant sounding.
Next day, he traded it for a jug of hooch.
By order of the commander of the Nilfgaardian Army Group Center Camp, the residents of Claywitch and Oraton are hereby ordered... Okay. It's the same one we've read everywhere. They're just ordering everybody to
Ah,
All evil's the elves doing. Heller said the bloodsucker crawled from an elven grave.
Really?
Right true.
I don't think that's probably accurate.
Who will protect us poor from the cutthroats? Who, I
Everybody
ask?
just thinks everything's because of the elves. And it's not. Definitely a lot of speciesism, I guess would be the word in this game. Do you have, good sir?
Got coin to spend?
I might.
Hang on a second. Why is my... Okay, this is the first. Okay, that we always talk about the obnoxious top chat YouTube default anytime you go to watch a stream. Okay, my when I'm streaming, my chat has always defaulted to live chat, which I've never had to change. I just looked over and realized I'm in top chat. It's thoroughly obnoxious. So, I guess I missed What's a Great Game. Anyway. Oh, you just woke up, Gray? Wow. Oh, you put a link in Jim's Discord, thank you. Hey, Gemini, thank you for coming by. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I believe it's the first time you've been in, unless you've seen and not said anything before, but I believe it's the first time I've seen you in chat. I'm honored. Thank you very much.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Well, I didn't really need to look at his stock, because he's got Bubkiss. And my weight's fine, so there's no reason in wasting money selling him things way under what they're worth. Alright, so it's not worth selling anything to him. Don't want to play Gwent right now.
Farewell.
It's definitely one of my favorites. I was trying to decide what I wanted to do for my first stream game and went with this one because I'd been itching to play it again for the last few months anyway, off and on. And it was either going to be that or Horizon Zero Dawn, because I love that game, it's one of my favorites, but I chose not to go with Horizon Zero Dawn 1 because the CPU I had at the time wasn't really handling playing and streaming that game very well. It's a pretty resource-intensive game. I could probably do it now. So that was reason one. Reason two, Darth had just finished streaming it, so that felt weird. Because one had nothing to do with the other, it's just my favorite game of all time. And I was already partway through a playthrough, and I didn't feel like starting over right then, so I didn't. So I went with this one. And I don't regret my decision.
Oh, watch it.
Sorry, kid. I'm gonna finish looting the town before I go talk to Graham, since he's on the outskirts of town for some reason. I don't know where Noel and Steve are. Steve maybe... Because I know he came... Wasn't he late last week because he had work? Because he works on Sundays, doesn't he, or no? I forget. I know he's got an ungodly, awful, early schedule most of the time, but...
Find good, she'll send me on the trail of treats. What's the rush?
Kid, you want to stay away from that trail of treats. And Gray will tell you why. Okay. That looked unusual based on his hand motions and the noises he was making, but I'll let everybody figure that out on their own. I don't think that's really what was going on, but it's what it looked and sounded like. Hey, I have enhanced my items. Tired, oh so tired. Yeah. I hear you there, Gemini. I've had a very long weekend. Hey, Wandering Wastelander, thank you for coming by. Very much appreciated. You want me to say yogurt? Yogurt. Did that fit the bill? You can't hear me. Did I say it properly or incorrectly? Did I say what properly or incorrectly? And in general, you can't hear me? Are you saying I'm too quiet? That's most everyone.
Bad idea.
What? Ow. Yeah, I guess I stole right in front of him. Oops. This is what happens when I'm paying attention to chat and looting at the same time. My bad. Roach, come on, hurry up. Stop trying to fight, Geralt. I'm running away. I don't want to fight them because one, they'll kill me, and two, I don't want to fight them. Okay, I think that should be far enough away.
Not so fast, Roach.
Oh, Jesus. It's not how you say yogurt. How do you say yogurt? Yeah, don't make me paranoid about being too quiet. I have a complex about my audio being jacked up because, though, half the time it is and nothing's changed. Oh, I didn't realize we said it differently. I guess I've never... I guess I talked to all of my European friends via text. And for the most part, I guess I've never heard anyone say yogurt. Oh, good, perfect. There's some funny, I mean, like, so, don't make fun of me because I'm about to correct it. There's aluminum and aluminium, which I'm not going to argue. Spelling would suggest that aluminium is more correct. I say aluminum because I'm American and don't feel like changing the way I say it, but I actually think aluminium is probably a better way to say it. But yeah, that's another one that's just said vastly different. But yogurt now, I want to know how you say yogurt.
Yeah.
I am in I'm in yogurt. I am in Arizona, which is the southwestern United States, one state east of California. If you know much about U.S. geography.
Let me see what you're offering.
That is the correct way to say it. Yogurt. So yogurt would be the way to say it. Oh, you're in Texas? Oh, yogurt is... Okay. Never mind. Totally misunderstood what you were saying there. What part of Texas? I actually, Yogurt. Yogurt. I guess I think I'm saying it yogurt. Anyway. Oh, what part of Texas though? I grew up in, Plano. Southern Panhandle. Okay. I really just came to him to repair my stuff. Because I forget to do that a lot, and it's problematic. Oh. I can break that down. So get my runes back and some dimeridium. Oh, nothing. Sell that. Guess I'm not getting much more from him for that, but I guess it's all crap. It's okay.
So long.
Yog like hog.
What is curd? Ah, curd.
Interesting. Yeah, it's funny that's one of those random ones that I can't say I've ever heard anybody outside of the US try to pronounce that I can think of. I shouldn't say try to pronounce, but just flat out say. And back to the what kind. Depends on my mood. Blueberry, peach, blueberry yogurt's probably my favorite. I'm not a fan of strawberry yogurt, but that's because, to be honest, I hate strawberries. I know I'm weird, but I hate strawberries.
I want to talk.
You're deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
I didn't change anything with screen brightness. You'll do an audio in the Discord for you. Thank you. Because now I want to know. Go with that one. Scare him less, probably.
What of it? Why should I care?
I've been to the island. I know what happened there.
I guess it's the same either way.
What do you want of me?
Talk?
Want to talk to you about Annabelle.
Annabelle? What can you know about her?
I met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. And I couldn't save her.
She wasn't dead. You're a fan of the Scottish accent. Jim speaking is like candy. Yeah, I'm a fan of. I like it as well.
Did you love her?
Oi. Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together. Of course, it was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
Could be Buffy. I don't think I changed... Because I had... Let me think. Because I had switched off the NVENC to putting the 264 going through the CPU for the encoding and bumped up to 1080 60 frames a second, which is actually running just fine once I figured out that I had to create a new stream key for that quality of setting. But then I ran into issues with my vocals doubling, which, as it turns out, is because I added a new mic. I had to switch to a different headset. Anyway, this game audio had to be going through my headset in a different way, which was literally everything from my headset. So I was doubling myself by accident. But anyway, figured that out and bumped the stream settings back down and went back to NVENC, thinking that might have been the issue at first, like I had just tried to jump up too much, but that wasn't the case. But I might still have my NVENC quality set a little bit higher than it was, my bitrate set higher anyway than it was. That might be why it's brighter, because I don't think I've changed anything else in that sense. Scottish Twitter is fire. They tweet in accent and it's brilliant. It gets heavier when she's drinking. Everybody's accent gets heavier when they're drinking, or it changes. Mine does.
What happened on Fyke Isle? You gotta tell me.
'Twere Millie, Finch, and Faulkner. They rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noble. They knew I was known at the tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me since I sold them fish.
They force you to go with them?
No, I saw my chance in it, for Annabelle and me to flee. But it all spun in a chaos. Our boys from the village, they started killing everyone. Annabelle, they wanted to rape. 'Twas then she drank the poison. Mage must have gave it her. I ran out the tower hollering that I wanted to die, cursing them all to hell. Don't force me to speak of it. No more, please.
Well, clearly, it's not what he had in mind. Never seemed like it really was. Thanks, Gemini. I'll go listen here in a bit. You're sad. A space station? Yeah, you may as well log out, Belinda. It's always nice to come back to these things, isn't it, Gemini? You are a gem, Jen.
Said you were hollering as you fled the tower, the island. What exactly did you say?
I don't remember. I wanted them to pay for what they'd done to her.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fyke Isle. Passions, evil intent, strong emotions of any kind can activate it. Your words could be the curse's source.
She took the poison because of them.
You know, there he is. We were talking about you earlier. Nothing bad. I mean, you were being blamed for things. Actually, you weren't, honestly. We're just wondering where you were. How you doing, buddy? Well-deserved compliments, Gemini. Well-deserved.
It wasn't poison. Annabelle drank a strong sleeping potion. Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she was dead. Convinced everyone.
But that means... is she... You said you spoke to her?
Spoke to her ghost.
She dead now.
By the time she awoke, tower was full of cold corpses. And rats. She was warm meat. Rats ate her alive.
She was alive the whole time? But... can't be. She was cold all through like a corpse. I shook her, begged her, open your eyes. I never thought...
That was the point of the potion. Not that you would have known. It's not really his fault. Watcher, stalker. Stalker, definitely. So he's bad talk when no listening. I'm good, Noel, thanks. It's been a bit of a rough weekend, but overall I'm good and I'm happy, so... He can do the accent, but he sure. Yeah, Wandering Wastelander, so I don't drink anymore, but when I used to, or if I'm super tired, my Texas accent comes out. It's about the only time, like I said, that or I'm super tired.
It's not your fault. No guilt in not knowing, and you couldn't know it wasn't poison she drank.
Gods, what have I done? If I had stayed behind to bury her, I didn't notice she was alive. It might have ended different, ended well.
If
Yeah,
you'd
he has
stayed
a
on
point
the island,
there, I
doubt
guess.
you'd have survived.
I'd take death over leaving her to the rats like that. But there's naught I can do about it now.
Wrong on that count.
I can understand most of the time, Gray, but there are some times that I can't. Just there are some English accents that I just can't understand, too. I mean, not many, but...
Annabelle needs you. You can help her.
She's still there. In the tower. Can I see her?
Yeah. One thing you should know, though. In death, Annabelle turned into a pesta.
A pester? What's that?
More than a restless ghost. A plague maiden. A powerful wraith filled with grief and hatred that drive her. Give her the power to sow disease and death.
She suffers. How am I to help her? Gods know I'm willing.
But I already killed her.
Annabelle thinks you abandoned her.
Gods! She hates me. And all this time she's thought I abandoned her.
Yes, go to the tower, talk to her. Maybe you can convince her that's not how it was.
I thought she died. I'd never left her there otherwise.
Again, I've killed her, though.
A curse has imprisoned Annabelle and the other spirits on the island. Love can shatter its power, free her and them.
Just as in the legends.
If you know the legends, you know one kiss is enough to break an evil spell. On one condition. That it's a kiss from someone whose love is true.
I told you. I said I love her with all my heart. Take me to her, please.
It's dangerous. There are risks involved. Understand that, don't you?
Of course. I'm no coward. I'll not run this time.
No, you've got a Witcher with you, so that's, you know, gonna help. Yeah, I'll meet him
Nothing.
there.
Meet you by the tower on Fyke Isle.
Good. I'll await you there.
People are surprised when you say you're from Texas because you don't really have the accent normally. I don't either. I never wanted to because I grew up in Texas and Oklahoma until I was in my early 20s. So I mean, I definitely would naturally have that accent. But I never wanted to, so I made it a point to not speak with the accent. So, I just never... I wanted to not have that accent. I wanted to have no accent. Though I usually don't. Oops. Boats. Boats, boats, boats. I hate them in this game. Because I'm terrible at sailing them. Oh, I wonder if I can... No, that's not what I wanted to do. Where's the Xenovox that she gave me? I guess I can't equip it. Damn. So that's the communication device with Keira, and I wanted to see if I could talk to her about this, because she told me to go get him to lift the curse, but I want to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing in that sense. But I guess I cannot do that. Oh, more rot fiends. I haven't heard any talk of a Witcher 4, but that would be awesome. If I had to just make an educated guess based on things in general, I would say if they are, not anytime soon. And the reason I say that is because it's a CD Projekt Red game, CDPR game, and so is Cyberpunk. And they just finished Cyberpunk, and are still constantly making improvements to it, plus DLC and everything else. So I'm guessing, even if they had plans of some sort at some point to do another Witcher 4, I would imagine it's probably not going to happen anytime soon, unless they have an entirely different team working on the game, which would make sense. But again, I'm pretty sure they were all hands on deck for Cyberpunk, with all the delays and then problems and everything else. and again, I'm talking about problems based on what I've, heard from other people and read and everything else. I'm on PC, I didn't have many problems. I mean, yeah, it's a resource hog, and it did have a few glitches, but, I mean, I haven't played through all of it yet. Because I haven't had the time, but, lost my train of thought. Oh, but yeah, back to Witcher 4. So I'd imagine not anytime soon based on that. Also, the fact that the Netflix show is out. Where are the bees? There we go. Bee kebabs.
Let's go to the tower.
I guess so. Okay, the tower's here, buddy. Let's go. Yeah, again, I very distinctly remember killing the Plague Maiden. I thought she was done and done.
Last I came through here, I still hoped Annabelle and me weren't impossible. We could have been together, and now she's dead.
Yeah.
And it's my fault. If only I'd been able to protect her.
Can't change the past, but you can still help Annabelle to move on, to rest in peace.
It's terrifying here.
If you protected her, if you hadn't, helped
Chop,
them
chop.
get in the
Speed
first
up.
place.
Let's get this over with.
I remember the screams. Inhuman they were. Now it's silent. They're dead. All dead.
Don't think about that. Keep walking.
Yes. And also with the Netflix show being out, because I don't know what the intention of the Netflix show is, because I know they're currently incorporating the books and the games, but I don't know if at any point the Witcher show intends to pick up where Witcher 3 Wild Hunt left off after the expansions, or if they're literally just going to cover what's already there, because if they're doing that, that could change the prospect of a Witcher 4 and with the content that would be in it. Maybe. It's hard to say, anyway. Well, I'm way behind, hang on. Texas 10 though, Wastelander, 10 instead of 10. That would be great, but I've still never played Witcher 3. That's because your significant other stole it from you, Belinda. Oh great, tell Gemini why I have a cane at my camp. You watch a lot of things with a heavy Scottish accent and you usually have no issue. Cockney, however that's spelled, accent. Yeah, I cannot get Cockney to save my life either. And I don't know how to spell it properly. Because you're welcome, that's why. Your sailing is on par with Darth's drive. It is, yeah, it is. After watching this, don't ever talk on Darth's driving. Hey, every time I talk on Darth's driving, I freely admit that I am terrible about my driving, horse riding, boat, sailing, whatever the case may be. Vehicular maneuvering within a game, common aspect of the Texas accent. I hear is 10, pronounced 10. Interesting. I never noticed that, Gray, but you're probably right. Not even with words would bring out my Texas accent. No, it's 10. Yeah, I hear that among other things. A loot. Wandering Wastelander Kitty Cheese from Discord is Texan as well. Bow, if I'm purposely doing the accent, that would definitely be something I would say. Yeah, accents are an interesting thing, how differently people pronounce the same things, just based on region. Always found that interesting how they evolve. I didn't remember there being this many levels to go up. Obviously there are, but...
You have not forgotten. You've returned for me.
Is that?
Don't you recognize me? It's me, Annabelle. The one you abandoned, remember?
Annabelle, I was sure you was dead. If I'd known otherwise, I'd never have left you. I'd do anything for you, I would. You know that well, believe me, I beg you.
Prove it. Kiss me.
Graham, careful.
I feel this is a bad idea. I don't know if Geralt's turning away because he's revolted or because he knows this is going to go badly, but... Okay, well she's turning back into a human, so that's a positive thing. Nope. No good. He dead.
At last.
At last, what exactly?
The curse is lifted, and Graham and Annabelle are reunited.
Oh wait, no. Make it easier to see. Kind of figured the kiss would end up killing poor Graham. But at least the curse is lifted. That seems like a positive. Wrong way out. Didn't go down enough. CD Projekt Red stated the Witcher series was designed as a trilogy, but who knows? Okay. Buffy in with the knowledge. Thank you for that. Saved me from having to Google, because one, I was wondering, and two, to answer the question, so thank you very much. So probably no Witcher 4 based on that. Witcher author may try stop a fourth game. He tried to sue CD Projekt Red to get more money from them. Oh, okay, well there's that. That could also present a problem. Yeah, I know they're working on season 2 of the show. I knew that was definitely coming at some point, and it was delayed due to COVID. I think I read recently that it was supposed to be 6 or 7 seasons. Right, quite a bit, which made me happy, but then whoever wrote the piece I was reading was pointing out that there's also nervousness that it'll get canceled before it's finished, because Netflix usually cancels seemingly really good shows that are doing well after a couple of seasons, because their entire model is based on new subscribers, and new subscribers come from new shows, not continuations of others, which seems dumb to me. I mean, I get the logic, and that may very well be their model, but as the consumer, so to speak, it's upsetting because I want the seasons of these shows. Okay, I guess I got everything. I'm hoping the Fallout series on Amazon is going to be good. I'm really excited for it. And Amazon shows, for the most part, that I've watched, I've liked. They've done a good job with them, but we'll see how they do with that. It's also the game that made them famous and beloved. After the disappointment of Cyberpunk, I would imagine they'd like to return to a tested IP. That is very true, Gray. I mean, Witcher 4... I guess how would that... I mean, it could either revitalize them entirely, because everybody flocks to it, because it's another, a continuation of, one of the best-selling games of all time, or whatever, and be like, it's still CDPR, they're gonna jack it up. I mean, I would play it if it came out. I also enjoy Cyberpunk too, so it's a little bit of a different thing. And telemarketers try to call me. All-Seeing Llama Games. Hey, All-Seeing Llama Games, welcome. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, it's amazing. I love the game. Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you here. Ooh, I'm at 10. 11. Oh, wow. I think I just broke a record number of viewers in here. Thank you, everybody. That's awesome. Yeah, I hope they don't mess it up if they do it. But they didn't mess this one up. And Cyberpunk, I mean... I don't know. I enjoy the game, but I mean, I see the problems. It's the fact that they just tried to put it down too many different things at the same time. And make it all work well. And
How you like
failed.
that silver?
As a PC player, I can't complain about it too much because it hasn't been bad for me on PC. But even with my placeholder processor, I have a very beefy PC because I have a 3080.
Winds howling.
And that game is largely GPU bound from what I was noticing. No, I couldn't have played it and streamed it reasonably with that processor. I might be able to now. I don't know. Maybe I'll try one day. Not a current plan. Enough people have streamed are streaming it. Hey Disco, how are ya? Glad you could make it. Alright, let's tell Keira we've lifted the curse and make her happy. I assume that's gonna make her happy.
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
Yes, indeed.
Tell me more about this mage from the Isle. Were you two close?
Never expected you'd take such an interest in my private life.
More interested to know if you bonded as fellow magic practitioners.
Oh, we had little in common in that arena. Oh, Alexander was one of those anxious experimenters, forever short on sleep. The kind that thinks perfect happiness is an isolated tower and a full set of vials and alembics.
I mean, to each their own. Did not live up to the hype, but how could it? And it does have some problems and some thin areas in the features and content below there. That's all fixable. No, I agree, Gary. It did not live up to the hype. But I also agree with your parenthesized comment, how could it? The hype that it ended up having was just so unrealistic for anything to ever live up to. So it was going to be a letdown for a lot of people no matter what, sadly. But also, is the stream okay for everybody? YouTube's yelling at me, telling me my bitrate's too high, which it's saying my bitrate's higher than I have it set to go, so I doubt it. But let me know if there's any problems happening at the moment. Yeah, it couldn't have lived up to all of that hype, but it was still a really good game, and yeah, it's a little thin in some areas, but they can fix it with patches, and they're planning to, so, I mean... But again, I'm on PC. I can't speak for the experience of any console gamers or for anybody on not a high-end PC for that matter, but a few-year old PC might have also had a poor experience. So that's me coming from a high-end PC gaming experience.
Fyke Isle's free of its curse.
Able to persuade Graham to go to the tower with you? Did you mention there was a pester involved?
He knew the risks, but he'd also heard lots of stories about true love, whose kiss can break any spell. Can't help thinking that gave him courage.
And? It ended well?
Depends how you look at it. Curse is lifted, Annabelle's spirit is left in peace. But Graham's dead.
Oh, poor boy. Still, he's proved that true love may be more common than some suppose.
This is true. So, that went better than last time, because the first time I played this, similar result, except she ended up turning into a Plague Maiden, because I don't remember what I had done. I think I agreed to take her bones to him, or whatever the other thing she wanted me to do. So then she spread a plague. So this was a better outcome, although Graham died, but I think he died either way. Yeah, he could still be at work. I think he is. Gray. I think stratospheric is a word. If it's not, it should be A and B. That is actually a good word, because obviously I know exactly what you mean by it, even if it's not. But yeah, it was just the hype was stratospheric, as you say. Okay, good. I'm glad it looks fine. Most of the time YouTube yells at me and tells me there's a problem. Everybody tells me it's fine, so I've learned not to start trying to fix things until somebody actually tells me it needs fixing. Make his ears burn off. His ears are probably on fire as much as we talk as much as we are talking about him. There we go. Midlands isn't real. There's only North. Oh, the burn. No, the burn. Yeah.
One thing's bothering me.
I want to talk about this.
What?
Annabelle said Alexander was studying diseases. She mentioned Catriona. You knew this?
All the mages knew about it. Alexander was a highly regarded epidemiologist. I would have given anything for an opportunity to study his notes, but he guarded them jealously.
The lamp. What do you want to do with it?
As I said, you may keep it. I don't believe I shall need it anymore, given the Isle's been cleansed. I actually regret not going there with you. Perhaps we can make up for that lost time now.
Can we? Okay, she says that, and then my only option is farewell.
All right. Time I was on my way.
Perhaps you'd stay just a bit longer.
Oh, okay.
There's one small favor you might yet do for me.
What is it?
I put in an order for a few substances from Novigrad. The trader was due to be here yesterday, but has yet to arrive. Could you see what happened? The package is rather important to me.
Fine. I'll
Why
run
not?
more errands for
If
you.
he was coming here from Novigrad, he must have passed through Blackbow. I'll check the area.
Thank you. I shall be ever so grateful.
Yeah. Well, I'm here.
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
You started missing me quick
Bet
then.
the old witch who lived here left you a bunch of interesting sundries.
She did indeed. I gather you'd like a look.
Very
I
much
would
so.
indeed. Holy crap. I'm going to want that. Well, I think I'm going to want that at some point, but I may not. I always think that and then don't. Well, sometimes. I don't think I used it on my last playthrough. For the record, it's a potion of clearance, so it's going to reset all of my ability points. I mean, I won't need it anytime soon. Unless I just really screw up. Don't think I'm gonna buy her stuff yet, but I'm gonna come back and buy some of these plans for the glyphs and such so I can beef up my weapons and armor later. But not now. I won't spend money on it.
See ya, Keira.
That being said... Actually, I think I have to get them from her here pretty soon.
Ask a service of the Witcher, the
What?
Pella must. A witcherly service, that's to say.
What do you need? Tell me.
A man who fears no evil the Pella needs. Forefathers' Eve is nigh. We've rites to conduct. Wandering souls to emerge, damned souls too. We've the circle to protect from these wretches.
He's wearing a necklace of chicken feet. A lot of wind in the cabin. Back now, it's some messages to deal with. All good, Gemini. We do have a gang coming in, and I appreciate every last one of you for being in here. Thank you so much. Custard powder. Wanted banana. That does sound good. Banana and custard. Buffy might be working overtime. We'll see. Oh, corned beef and hash sounds amazing, Gray. I assume you mean like real and not, you know, just the canned stuff. Which the canned stuff, to be fair, is tasty, just not nearly as good. It's a different product. I might need to have more mods. I don't know the last time I had corned beef and hash, or custard for that matter. Button, button, button. It let you say button, and I can say button because it's my chat. Button, button, button. Press the button. Press the like button. See, I can say it. Anybody that's not doesn't watch Darth's chat thinks I'm insane. YouTube likes to hold me when I remind people to hit the like button in Darth's chat, so I celebrate by saying button in mine.
What'll I get?
I didn't mean to click that one.
Witches do naught for free. This the Pella knows. Not to fear. How to reward one for their aid. This too the Pella knows.
Why hold the ritual at all?
At times men die choking with regret. At times death takes them before they've tasted any bitterness in life. These poor souls cannot leave this vale of tears. Their spirits wander midst the living, must be judged, sent on their way. This we do on Forefathers' Eve.
Yeah, because unless you have, obviously, the corned beef party at home. For the record, and I don't know how close you are to one, Black Bear Diner does a really good real corned beef and hash, like actual corned beef. It's not the canned stuff. It's fantastic. I don't know how close one is to you. I know there's a few there. It's true. Steve's cooking anything as possible. Well, yeah, there's the actual, like, corned beef. Like, you know, there's corned beef on a sandwich, it's sliced and things like that. You know, so it's actually, like, it's, like, real corned beef and hash, like, made proper seems like brisket, you know, it's kind of... Yeah, they probably have them, too.
Seems like you could use a witcher, so yeah, I'll help.
You'd not refuse, the Pella knew. The time's come to gather the folk. Across the lake we must journey, to Fyke Isle. There in the circle of stones we shall meet.
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight at midnight.
Yeah, okay. I'll help him too at some point. No, I don't want to find a boat headed to Skelligust. Why must it always? Always, always, always does that. Favor for a friend. I really would like to just kind of finish out Keira's questline here. Not far.
Faster.
I'm trying to remember if... What's the name? Oh crap! Now I can't think of the name of the place. Not O'Malley's. What's the name of the Irish bar pub in Phoenix? There's several of them. Can't think of the name, Gray, or Buffy, you may know, because you're local. So I used to like to go there a lot. I don't remember if they had corned beef and hash or not, but the food that I did have there was consistently good, so if they do, it might be the good stuff. But I cannot remember the name. Oh, is that not just conveniently the stuff? Or it's not.
Wide, heavy wheels. A merchant's wagon.
Thank you, Buffy. That's the name of it. R.T.O. Sullivan's. All the food there I remember having was good, but I don't remember if they had corned beef and hash specifically. I'm not sure if I've been to Rosie's. I mean, the name's familiar, and I feel like I probably have. As we're back to cooking with Matt. It didn't take much, just the mention of one food item, and we all go. Which is fine, I don't mind it. I don't have a problem talking about food.
Yeah, merchant traveling across Velen alone. No way that was gonna end well.
Yeah, seriously, what a terrible idea.
Human. From an artery. Can't be far. Wouldn't have made it.
Was there fish and chips
Package
good?
still intact.
Couldn't remember.
Don't sense anything magic, though. Wonder how Keira will explain this one. Leftovers, cuts of meat, cataplepis. Wonder what spell requires that.
Yeah. What's she up to? Aha! Rot fiends! God, I hate the rot fiends. They're just vile.
Hid and waited for help. It never came. That's Velen for you.
Yep, sounds about right. I don't know who he thought would come. Missing merchant's letter, Volker. We've hit gold, old friend. Not only have we sold all of our stock, we have sold it for 3 times its cost. Our customer wants it all. Wine from Beauclair, everything from Beaujolais Nouveau, to the oldest vintages, white, red, rosé, you name it. Cataplepis, I don't know what that is. Meat. Pickled beef, pepper, cinnamon, cloves. I'm telling you, old friend, everything. There's one catch, however. We must deliver the goods to Velen, to a village called Midcopse. I know. Dangerous. What with the war and all, but think of the coin. I've managed to secure a pass that will get you across the Pontar. That's it. Just a hop, skip, and a jump, and you're there. You'll be fine. Klaus. P.S. We'll split the proceeds 50-50. No, you won't. Because you're dead. What's this? The vampire's last likeness. Thereupon Isabel looked Edward's glistening visage in her hand and embraced his icy lips, which were twisted in a cynical grin. Forgive me, my love, she whispered, stifling the sobs heaving her bosom, but my heart doth long for fiercer passion for yon werewolf, whom thou hatest with all thy vampiric vowness. 'Tis for the best, spoke Edward, shifting his pale face towards the equally pale moon. With me thy life was never endangered, with yon werewolf thou shalt know peace and happiness. Edward turned around and took a step towards the exit, but Isabel grabbed his wrist and bade he stop. The touch of her hand was so tender, his heart nearly began to beat anew with centuries of deathly stillness. There is more, she spoke, averting his penetrating gaze. I am with child. Huh. Okay. Seemed like that was a quest item, but I don't know why. Need to do a cooking stream now. You love food. I love seeing what people cook and hearing about new stuff. That's the thing, most people love food, and it'll, like, quite literally all of us need to eat, so... Cooking with Matt. Well, we've, like, jokingly named Saturday streams Cooking with Matt the last couple weeks anyway, so... Maybe I'll just start calling it that. You have no caster sugar, you can't make homemade cookies. That sucks. Not sure if my mic is picking up Taz in the background there barking. If it is, sorry. She's doing intermittent ones. I think I got my gate set up enough to not. I said I had time to gate and suppress it, just not EQ it.
Just when I was starting to miss you.
As many times as you do go back to talk to her, I wish they gave her more than just the Geralt, I was just when I was starting to miss you line.
So, bet you saw this question coming. What are you doing here?
Let me think. Enjoying the country air? Admiring the unspoilt scenery? Or is it furthering the age-old alliance between the city and its breadbasket? No. I'm in hiding, Geralt. Blind to the state of the world? Don't you see what's happening?
Mean the persecution mages now face?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Radovid's new pastime. Pursuing anyone with a whiff of magic about them. Witch hunters. Sound familiar?
Indeed.
Murderers scouring the north from end to end. Burning books, hanging soothsayers, torturing herbalists.
That's true, Buffy. Yeah, they're usually eating dinner, and we get to hear about all the good things that they're eating. Because it's morning and afternoon for us and Gray, and actually we have more of a mix of American and non-American today. Dressed like the chef from the Muppets. I'm trying to remember that. I'm sure there's a chef hat, which I've toyed with the idea. I've jokingly said I'm going to get like a chef hat, and probably in Fallout style, like put fake blood on it so it's a bloodied chef hat, just to be funny, even though I'm not playing Fallout. But everybody would get it, or enough people would get it that it would be funny to put on for Saturdays anytime we start talking about food. Yeah, we have lots of Mexican food here, too, Wastelander. Oh god, the Tex-Mex, that is a funny story. I didn't mean to engage her in that same conversation we've had like twice. Okay, I'm gonna buy stuff from her because I think I'm gonna lose the opportunity here soon.
She did indeed. I gather you'd like a look.
Very much so.
Bite the bullet and spend the money. Don't know if I need those. I know I need the short lure at some point. It's cheap, I'll just get it. Greater Glyph of Yurden. Not much about that. Greater Glyph of Quinn, that I do want. Igni. Axie. God, I don't want to spend more money. Alright. It's good for now. If I can make any of this back, do I have any excess stuff I can flog off to her? No, not that. Anything else? Don't really want to get rid of mutagens yet. Alchemy paste, I can get rid of a few. Never remember how much of this stuff I end up needing, so I don't want to get rid of it. That's good. Alright, I guess that's about it. I can get sold to her. Make up a few hundred anyway. Oh, my wife has brought in a special package. Bear with me. Momentary pause in the game. Come here, Munchkin Butt. So, this would be Taz, who is not happy about being on camera. Actually, you can't tell that she doesn't care about being on camera. She's not happy I'm holding her. Because she likes being held if you're standing. Unless she's just not in the mood. But when you're sitting, she's not the biggest fan of, like, sitting in your lap. She also wants on my desk, because during the day at work, during the day, she spends most of the day on my wife's desk, laying there and sleeping and hanging out, because it keeps her quieter. But anyway, this is Taz, better known as, Taz, Munchkin Butt, little noise machine. She's adorable. Not happy. She's looking at my wife like, why did you bring me here? Why am I being held? She thinks something's bad is going to happen. It's okay, Tazzy. Yeah, there you go. Big yawn. Alright, let me put you down. Because I know you don't want to be held. There you go. Bye, Taz. Alright, sorry for the, I'm not really sorry, but... random pause break there to meet the dog that you may or may not intermittently hear because she's, well, a noise machine and she likes to bark at often nothing. But that is one of my two dogs, Taz, the one you will hear most often. Reggie doesn't bark too much, unless there's actually a reason where his Taz barks at everything. So we can go back to the game now. Sorry, I just wanted to do that because, well, she's cute and my wife brought her in. Oh, and I have a message to boot. Hang on. Had a sandwich for dinner tonight, nothing fancy. Had tacos for your birthday. Sandwich made you cook. Yes, doesn't happen very often. That's not good. I'm a bona fide chef that turns too much to cook most of it. Oh, yeah. I'm a good cook. I usually can't think of what I want and don't care enough about eating to want to make anything. But I'm a really good cook when I want to be, so I guess I could do a cooking show. You've never had tacos, Noel? That's sad. Although I wonder how... I mean, I don't imagine you'd get authentic tacos anyway. Maybe. All this Mexican food. You could live off Mexican food. It depends on the Mexican food. I mean, I like it. I used to eat it all the time, and now I think I got burnt out on it, so now I never want Mexican food, but, well, I never go out either. There probably is an adult joke they're waiting to happen. Making your own homemade tacos, not to brag, but my tacos taste amazing. Yeah, tacos aren't hard to make at home, and you can make all kinds. We make some, street taco versions with some pickled cabbage jalapeno slaw, and yeah, it's really good. Yep, that's the fur baby. You're not a trained chef, but when you do get in the mood, you'd think you were in a 5-star restaurant. Yeah, that's me, Wandering Wastelander. I can get pretty close and cook most anything if I want to. Yep, that's the fur baby, one of the two. She does like to bark. She's the one that's always... If you ever hear her, like I said, the new mic might be filtering her out because I keep my door shut and everything, but, well, she's loud. So I know you used to be able to hear her sometimes through my headset mic. Maybe this one isn't picking it up with the gating I've got going on. Cook time and temp. Yeah, I imagine that for corned beef. Or kind of anything you're roasting. I'm officially cool now because I showed Taz on stream. Galley style kitchen, but you wish you had a more open concept kitchen. Yeah, galley styles make it hard. You have 2 kitchens. That would be... I'm trying to decide if I would love to have 2 kitchens because it would be convenient, or if I'd hate to have 2 kitchens because it's 2 kitchens to clean. You're welcome, Wandering Wastelander. I hope you had an awesome one yesterday. I think it was yesterday now. My days have run together. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep in the last couple of days. Rice Krispies. A bowl of Rice Krispies, or the like a Rice Krispie treat? You make your own seasoning, slaw, hot sauce that works, and then soft shells, slow cooked. Yep. That's essentially what we do. Depends. Sometimes we do chicken, sometimes we do beef. If we do beef, I cook it in the pan because you need to get the sear, because we're usually using skirt or flank steak. But that's not heresy. That's a street taco. I can assure you, like you, I live very close to Mexico, although the Mexican food in Texas and here is very different because we get more of the Sonoran Mexican food. So the street tacos with the cabbage slaw is actually a normal thing here. Pickled red onions, yeah, versus a Tex-Mex taco, or even the non-Tex-Mex Texas Mexican is a bit different than the average Sonoran Mexican here in Arizona. Both good, they're just different. I like Tex-Mex too, it just depends on my mood.
Got those,
back to the game.
Substances you wanted.
Splendid. I can finally begin my study of double arboreal racination patterns. But first, I'll...
Brew yourself a mug of mulled wine. Saw what the wagon was carrying. Exquisite meats, expensive wines, Zerrikanian spices. Not a speck of magic. Care to tell me what you're up to?
I would rather show you, but you must wait a bit.
Perhaps magic for the taste buds, anyway.
Color me intrigued. Fine, I'll wait.
Then shoo, outside.
Gonna slip into something more comfortable?
Later. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Well, go on, out.
I like how I have to wait outside.
You've been patient, thank you. It's almost ready.
Woohoo!
Huh? If I wanted to see white mice, I'd just get drunk.
Note that I said almost. Now don't interrupt. The cane, Vin, Kefel.
It has 3 kitchens? Wow. Bowl, CBA with anything else? What's the CBA? Pink slaw is tasty. I can give you the recipe for the pickled red onions too. They add a lot to it and they're awesome. And we are at an hour and a half. So nature, as it always does, is calling. So I need to, as everyone that knows me from Doris Chat will do, I need to BRB. So I will do it. Gray, you can laugh. I beat you this time. He always relishes doing it to me in my stream. So give me 5-6 minutes and I will be right back. This, the next part's going to take a little bit. So bear with me. Take 5, go get a drink. See you in a few. Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, I am back. Had to, do that, and it gets really, really hot in here with the door shut, so I also, turn on a fan and blow some outside air in here for a few minutes and cool it off, so it's a little bit better. Oh, can't be arsed. Nearly 1 p.m. there. Okay. Quick, everybody talk about Matt while he's away. You won't know. Who's Matt? Good question. Man, the delay. Once I finish cleaning upstairs, the stream is going on the phone, and it's corned beef hash time. Cooking with Matt still counts if Matt's on screen when I'm cooking, right? I agree, it does. You can, as long as you're telling us you're doing it, then it does. Thank you. Alright, let's get on with it.
Third mouse. What happened to it?
The spell has a 66.67% chance of success. I always use one more than I need, just in case.
So where did... Keira, can I explain what's going on here?
Know the fairy tale about Cinderella?
Mm-hmm.
It's quite brilliant on her
story
part.
It's based on, too. A Zoogle cropped up in a palace pond and ate Princess Cinderella whole. Left behind one slipper, so...
I beg you, not another word about Zoogles. Now, to return to the fairy tale. I'd like to escape these ghastly swamps for one magical night. I don't need a fairy godmother, I'll cast the spells myself. But I could use a Prince Charming. It just so happens you're the only decent candidate in all Velen. So, what do you say to a moonlight ride on horseback? And dinner?
I guess it was a double-handed compliment.
Sounds tempting. So tempting I don't
And
think
why
I can
not?
refuse.
Before we go, there's one more thing.
Gotta transform a pumpkin into a carriage?
No. I shall transform our rancid rags into something more glamorous. Don't wince. It'll only be an illusion, won't hurt a bit. And at dawn, everything will return to normal.
No, not formal clothing. Wandering Wastelander, no, it's not a Scottish thing, it's, it's a Mexican thing. It's more of a Sonoran Mexican thing, or even a Baja. Like I said, there's different types of Mexican food depending on the region of Mexico, which I didn't fully realize until I, left Texas and Oklahoma and, spent time in California, spent time here, and the food's very different. So I think they're typically referred to as street tacos, and they've got the meat, the slaw, typically pickled red onions, and one of the smaller corn tortilla. Can't see my hands. One of the smaller corn tortillas, soft tortillas. It's typically what would be a street taco here in Arizona, because it's more of a Sonoran thing. Sonora, Mexico, because that's more the area of Mexico that's south of us, and then Baja would be California. So it's just a different type of taco, but it's still a Mexican taco. I feel like I'm leaving off an ingredient from that. Maybe a fellow Arizonan can correct me.
Why not? Might as well go all out.
Then hold on tight. Gavella Glan. So, what do you think? Neckline too modest?
It's just right.
Oh, I might also have changed your hair colour while I was at it. I've always fancied dark-haired men. Oh well, any port in a storm. Well, off we go. Dinner's waiting. Last one there does the dishes.
She didn't change my hair color.
Go, go.
But yes, she's full of the backhanded compliments of, you're not my ideal date, but you'll do. Which in real life would probably make me turn her down, but game-wise, it's more interesting if you don't. I think. Well, actually, I've never turned her down. I don't know what happens, but I know not turning her down gets me something later that turning her down I don't think does.
Yeah, yeah!
Whoa, Cinderella. We'll have a great fall.
As fast as you can. Try to catch me.
How far are we going? I win. That's true, Americans will deep fry any and everything.
Congratulations. You'd make an excellent jockey.
If only I were a foot shorter and 5 stone lighter.
Well, yes.
That's true.
But then I'd not have invited you here. Now do you see why I needed those substances?
Indeed. It's definitely good, Wandering Wastelander. I mean, unless you hate... And it's pickled cabbage slaw, I should point out. So it's not, yeah, the mayo-based. It's pickled in a... Well, I'm trying to think of what we use at the one at home. It's like a jalapeno vinaigrette almost, and you let it sit, I mean, ideally, you know, for 24 hours in the fridge. So it's pickling it, so it's not as crunchy, so the texture's not as crunchy as you're probably expecting, and you don't get the cabbagey flavor as much because it's got that pickled flavor to it. Access to all the subtypes, California. Yeah, we do actually have all of them. Sonora and style being the most prominently found on all the, you know, food trucks, street carts, and all the stuff that's around. I guess you could deep fry a pizza.
Beef and cinnamon and cloves, roasted capon with shallots. It was worth the trouble.
Shall I pour the white or the...
Dry red.
And with Buffy saying the same thing I did, I guess I didn't need to bother.
Never took you for a wine connoisseur.
Think witchers suck the marrow out of drowner bones and wash it down with puddle water?
More or less. Well, we've chatted long enough on empty stomachs. Let's dig in.
Must have cost you a small fortune. Sure you don't need me to pitch in?
Please, I manage. You know, a dozen eggs here, a cock or gander there. Besides, my finances are about to improve.
How's that? Yes, indeed. I would try haggis. I mean, I am intrigued with it. I mean, but if I'm gonna try it, it's gonna be a known good one.
How, if you don't mind my asking? I mean, you'd think the only work to be had in Velen would be in farming.
Very true. So, I've two options. I can either start cultivating turnips or leave. But that's not what I wish to discuss. Thank you once again, Geralt, for your help with the tower. You were fabulous.
Not the first curse I've lifted.
But among the most difficult, correct? What happened on that island? Why, I shiver at the thought. And the laboratory. I sincerely hope you burnt everything. The cages, the corpses, the papers.
Yeah, I'm not going into that one because I hate that term, but...
Didn't destroy that workshop if that's what you're asking. Didn't see any reason to.
If Alexander's findings were to fall into the wrong hands...
Alright, Wandering Wastelander, take it easy. Happy day late birthday again. Thanks for coming by.
Perhaps there's nothing to worry about. I'm sorry. Such a gloomy subject to broach. I simply shouldn't have, not during our romantic dinner.
Romantic? Thought we came here as friends.
Friends. With benefits. So...
Well, Jennifer and I are kind of on the outs at the moment. Definitely not interested in Triss. Why not? Hopefully I remember the right key for my nudity filter.
Your fairy tale, your rules.
Really? Then close your eyes and count to 10.
1,
I
2,
like that response.
3, 4, All right, that's enough. Keira, wanna play hide and
Sorry,
seek?
folks.
Why not?
I guess you could have let you see me looking for Keira.
Good. Won't have to fumble with fasteners.
But as that would indicate, she's gonna be naked when I find her.
Shame. Could have kept her shoes on.
It can be fun. Oh yeah, I'm sure we'll see you in Discord, Wastelander. Take care, man.
Found me. Congratulations.
Do I get a prize?
I've nothing on me, but I'll think of something.
No siren. I'm sad I can't show this for one specific reason. You can't see just how much thought and detail they put into the character models, clothed and un. It's actually quite impressive.
Know what they call that constellation in Zeracania?
Dragon something, I bet.
No, it has a different name. A bit indecent, actually.
Yo, Steve.
Lean closer and I'll whisper it in your ear. Egfain Nave.
And since you can't see it, she just put me to sleep. So you didn't miss anything, I just had to go find her by the lake and then...
Where?
Sex scene, and then she whispered something in my ear that put me to
Put
sleep.
me to sleep with a spell. Means she's up to something. Fyke Isle. The tower.
But yeah, it's a shame I can't show it, not that I care about actually showing nudity on my stream in and of itself, for the sake of, but they sculpt the character models so well, like body and everything, that I'm bummed I can't show it because it's just impressive. I don't know why I'm running since it's a ways away. Yep, Steve cooking with Matt is on again. I believe Gray started it this time talking about corned beef hash. And then it went from there. As it does. Man, can I not use this boat? That is unfortunate. Because I don't feel like swimming that far. It's annoying. I guess that's what happens when I keep fast traveling away from it once I take a boat there. Alright. Actually, where's my shortest point? Try and make it the shortest swim distance anyway. I didn't put my shoes on. Or my gloves. At least it couldn't have changed my swords. Couldn't change any of my 70, 20, 50... 30. Okay. Good. Didn't change any of that. But yeah, it's weird. I put my clothes back on, but didn't put my boots and gloves back on. And for a swim we go. You need that siren on Chim's Discord. Oh, what do you need the siren for her Discord for? Ooh, no titties. Yeah. No, none of that, and no butt either. Cosby method of before. What are you getting at, Gray? Not following the Cosby method. That was banana Belinda and the custard powder that sparked. Ah, that was it. Oh, I forget what a cottage pie is. I know it's similar to shepherd's pie, just a little bit different. Now I can't remember what's in it. Can't remember what the cottage pie is. Ah, rot fiends. Wrong button. Oh, they're ghouls, not rot fiends. It actually makes me happy. They're actually a bit more challenging, but they don't do the explosion on death that you have to avoid. But for some reason, just really annoys me. Ta-ta. Get unstuck. There we go. Sent Jim a picture of the adult jelly beans today. A bag of anatomically correct jelly beans. Belinda, that's awesome. That's hilarious. Shaking cream pie for Gemini. Making custard now. Took me 5 to work out what that meant, Dolly. Didn't sound right. Back. Welcome back, Noel. Welcome back. It's alright. Happens to us all. Beef instead of lamb with cheese on top of the mash. Oh, okay. Steve, what was sort of bad? Shepherd's pie equals okay. That sucks, Steve.
A light. Top floor of the tower.
At least work's over now. Do you have to work tomorrow, or you off tomorrow? And that's why she wanted to know whether or not we destroyed it.
So, found what you were looking for?
Yes, thanks for asking. How are you feeling? Sleep well?
Indeed, thanks.
What do you want with those papers?
Why, I aim to use them to continue important work that a man's tragic death put on hold. Alexander was studying the Catriona plague. I'll use his notes to produce medication, perhaps a cure, or at least a vaccine.
Strictly humanitarian motivations, is that it?
No, strictly selfish ones.
At least she owns it.
The mighty would pay willingly for such a remedy. Can you imagine how much? Take Radovid, for instance. Why, he might even consider forgetting my past associations with the Lodge.
Oh god, Steve. That sucks. 2.5 hours over. That does make for a crappier day for sure. Who was it said Steve was too old to work earlier? Oh, that was... No. Hey Stella, how are ya? Thank you for coming. Always much appreciated. Yeah. Radovid never forgets.
Radovid doesn't forget.
That is true.
And Radovid doesn't forgive, especially when it comes to sorceresses.
He'll make an exception for me. He'll have to. I have something he wants.
Please, you don't believe that.
Well, you believe Yennefer will stop treating you like a dog someday. Don't see me laughing. I'm going to see Radovid, tell him of this research, whether you like it or not.
He's going to kill you.
This is suicide, Keira. You'll wind up tied to a stake, burned to bolster the morals of the masses while entertaining them.
Shut up for a moment.
Welcome back, Gemini.
See this? Bedbugs, Geralt. Bloody bedbugs. I, Keira Metz, advisor to Foltest, a member of the Lodge of Sorceresses, have bedbugs. Think what you will, but I'll not stay in this bloody swamp one day more.
I see why this upsets you, it's just...
I shall cross the Pontar, and that means Radovid's men will find me sooner or later. Don't you understand? I don't have a choice. I will have to parley.
There's a better option. And this is basically why I slept with her, because I wanted to do this.
Got another option. Go to Kaer Morhen.
You believe I'd be safe there?
Long as you don't piss Lambert off, yes. Mir, Radovid, neither will be able to reach you. Find little in the way of luxury there, but we do have clean sheets.
It's a long way.
Accurate.
Well beyond the dividing line. But if I keep to the woods until I reach the Kestrel Mountains, I should pass through unnoticed. So be it. Seems I find it hard to refuse you, handsome. You've clearly a notion of what women want, how they think.
Yeah, that's rough, Steve, when it happens at 10 and you're still there till 7. Doing well, Stella. Thanks for asking. Hope you're well. You're doing well also. Oh, I'm on the big TV. Uh-oh. Sorry. Here. There you go. No, kidding. Did miss the cream pie shout out, which sounds dirty in a way, but it's not. Alright. Should I just let her keep the notes and say see you at Kaer Morhen, or should I take the notes? I mean, I don't really trust her.
Yeah, kinda. So before I go, I'll need you to hand me those notes.
All right, take them already. Farewell, Geralt. Or rather, see you soon.
There we go, that worked out perfectly. Got the notes, I know plague research getting out there. She's going to Kaer Morhen, so she shouldn't die. We had a fine meal and stuff with Keira, which is largely irrelevant. Alright. Still not going to Skellige. Yeah, I'm occasionally bummed on my non-streaming days because I'm like, I want to play more. But obviously save it for stream. Not that I've actually had time to play off stream other than cleaning up things in here for the stream and such lately, but hopefully that will calm down. More or less finished with the PC upgrades, and not exactly upgrade, it's just what I planned to do from the get-go, just had to get the parts. But effectively an upgrade nonetheless. Geralt. Jump fantastic. First he jumps over the boat, and then he tries to dive into the boat. Oh well, at least I'm in the boat. It takes a very long time to walk from one end to the other. Oh, and Steve, I missed it. If you replied earlier, do you have to go back to work tomorrow, or are you at least off for a bit? Forefathers Eve. Alright, we'll go do that. It's fun. And it's not too far. Oh. I didn't remember it being here on Fyke Island. Well then. Where's the closest? There isn't a close fast travel point here. Damn it. Alright. Well. Scratch that plan. I just need to try to remember to sail back after I do this. So I have more boats back in mainland. And not 6 or 7 that I have on Fyke Island that are thoroughly unnecessary at the moment. Slow until around half 2, then all the dumb football supporters decided to celebrate together in town and they needed taxis, so it went very fast after that. Well, that's good at least. Technically your week of hell is over, but you're not hopeful it won't start again on Wednesday. Well, I'm glad it's your weekend now and you're at least off for 2, especially after a grueling day. Sucks that that's how you ended it, but at least it's over. I feel yeah, this week was pretty hellish at work for, well, everybody at my job too, so I feel yeah, it's just been that kind of week.
I'll be back.
Oh, right. Wait till minute. Oh, it's only 7:45 a.m. Wow. Alright. We shall meditate until noon or midnight. Yeah, I know the feeling. As soon as I logged out of work on Friday, I was very happy to have done so.
Each will say by what they're harried.
Greetings.
Just in time. Good folk, behold the one who will protect us. You needn't fear. Soon shall we summon the wandering souls. Beyond all help some will be. From these, you must protect us. Evil creatures keep at bay. Keep at bay till the ritual's done.
Over the 2-hour streaming mark? No, I didn't. But it's the Sunday stream, they usually go a bit longer. Had a crazy 3-year-old attached to you for 5 days solid, woohoo, for nursery tomorrow. Yeah, that can be rough, Gemini, I get that.
Begin.
Keep us from harm, and let them not disturb the circle.
Yeah, I'm super stoked about the 10 still after the 2-hour mark. That might be what you were getting at, Buffy.
What comes next once life subsides?
I think we were up to 11. I think we were up to 12 at one point, which is definitely the highest it's ever been.
Will ye grant these souls reprieve?
The storm.
Let's begin Forefathers' Eve. Ye who wander on the gale, ever caught in this world's thrall, see this sign, gentle, pale. Ye we summon, ye we call.
There's another grave hag to be throwing mud at me.
'Tis right.
That's the real problem with these grave hags is they throw mud at you. Like that.
Ye we summon, ye we call. Enter souls, we'll judge.
Okay, Geralt. Couldn't get my timing down there.
Come on.
Hark! A sound I hear. 'Tis right. A spirit breaks the still of night.
Burn the incense ever higher. Spirit, join us round the fire.
Spirit, speak. This time is yours. Tell us of your ghostly woes.
Who are you?
He knows.
Should I drive him away?
Nay.
I've come for you, patricide.
Begone, foul force! I cast upon you the light of the eternal fire!
Seriously?
Abomination! Stop this at once!
The errant souls! We must help
Stupid
them!
witch hunters.
Silence! I'll not tolerate necromancy.
And I'll not tolerate your existence.
Leave now. You're disrupting the ritual.
This is black magic. These folk disturb the dead.
Now we're trying to bring peace to the dead.
Will not.
You don't know a thing about their customs.
Take him and disperse the others.
Yeah, take me.
Good folk, leave not these grounds! Ye cannot break the circle!
Oh damn, the Peller's actually getting in on the action.
Tis an ill turn. Ill. Woe away.
Kids go back to school a week on Monday. That'll probably be nice. Back here tomorrow, all at the same time. Craziness, that'll be terrible. Not good, you should have little bones, but by Jeeves, they know how to, so, you know, that is, kids are good at that. My wee one kept trying to lick your feet today. Holy shit.
The bloodshed, it do any harm?
Tainted lies the circle now. They who thirst for the gore of men shall come. God's willing they will be few, and the Peller shall finish the rite.
If you want to continue, I'm ready.
More bad guys to
we
kill.
Must the eve complete. Prepare yourselves. Ye we summon, ye we call. Enter souls, we'll judge ye all.
All is quiet, all is gloom.
Something whispers, something peeps. Someone near our fire creeps.
All is quiet, all is gloom. In the darkness gloom.
Wraiths! This sacred ground is with blood stained. We cannot the ritual complete.
Yeah.
People, save yourselves. If your lives you value, run.
I'll take care of the damn wraiths.
This is hallowed ground. Alas, all is lost.
Gotta be a peasant who told the witch hunters about the ritual. That spirit they drove away. Your father's ghost, right? Threatened to come back. Likely to keep his word.
Old man Ambros, the Peller fears not.
That wraith called you a patricide. He get it right?
Aye.
If I'm gonna help you, I gotta know everything. Why'd you kill your father?
The Peller does not wish to speak of this.
Too bad.
You can't hope to manage this alone. You're afraid, that's clear. Wraith will hold sway over you. Listen, I'll send him off. I've got to. But I need to know where he's buried. Corpse probably hasn't turned to dust yet. That's his bond to the world of the living.
Ambros lies in the swamp.
Fine. I'll find his body, see what I can do.
No time to make one of those. I wonder if magic always has to rhyme. That's a good point, Gray. It does always seem to have to rhyme. Donut covered in super glue makes them quiet. Yeah, I bet it would, Glenn. Yeah, that would shut him up. Cheese and salt? Gotta loot all the goodies, gotta loot all the goodies, you know. Okay, so now I have to find the body of the Peller's dad. Which is way TF over there. So we shall take one of these boats. Oh, okay. I didn't think I had brought that many flippin' boats here. I guess they were the boats of the villagers. That makes more sense. Either way, I'll get a boat back over here. And then I can go from the byways to find the grave of the Peller's father. So we can get rid of that wraith. Come on, get in the boat. Harold, get in the boat. Boat, get in. Forgot about this little annoying bug. Sometimes he just doesn't want to get in the boat. On a Sunday, the only one who gets a dinner break on Sunday is the 17-year-old who has to have one by law. She doesn't even know what a kettle looks like. Wait. The only one designated to get a break by law is the 17-year-old? Okay, seriously, get in the boat. Whatever. I give up. Fast traveling it is. I was trying to take a boat. It really was. But that boat is now bugged for some reason. There is a great deal of truth in that statement, Dolly. Train 'em young. I don't even have to go that far. Convenient. Still salty about not being able to kill the crones. And Q Gray. Boat probably is scared of my sailing. I can't even blame it. Stupid Yerden. Just go, Geralt. We'll catch up and we can take care of him then. Or they won't catch up and that's fine too. Too far away. There's the other one. Find the body of the Pillar's father in the swamp.
Oi, Master! You'll stay clear of that fog if you value your life.
Okay. So that means I'll go to the pub at some point. Okay, not exactly what I intended to do there. Whatever flaming feat Geralt was attempting.
Careful, sir. A monster prowls the bog. Enter the mist and you'll never see home again.
This monster, tell me more.
Only seen it once myself, and that from afar and past dusk. Thought it were a man at first. Then it turned, and I saw eyes burning like coals and a jaw full of fangs, one next to the other.
Humanoid? Nocturnal? First attack. Remember when it happened?
A week passed, near about. It was then Boren vanished. Merrick and Tomil went looking for him, didn't come back either, them two. I were afeard. Now none dare venture into the bog. Camp stands deserted, and the peat there, Master, it's the best sort. Black as pitch and oily. Good for fuel and...
Fascinating, but staying with the topic at hand. Assume you put up the notice in Downwarren.
Aye, 'twere me. Good to know someone reads 'em. Paid a scribe a dozen eggs to write it up.
I can help, for a fee.
Course! Why, even an ox don't pull a plough for free.
More or less true.
Alright, time I got to work. Where'll I find this monster?
Start south of here. But beware, bad poxy air hangs o'er the marsh. Stings your eyes, claws at your throat.
Got it.
Claws so
It's
hard
bad.
you could choke.
He said not a good thing, I got it. But I don't want to track that yet, because I want to... Bad. But first I want to get out of the tree. I'll do it while we're over here, but first I need to find the Pillar's father's grave. Yeah, smart man Steve, having him be able to do that by 8. Yeah, we have different laws for under 18 workers here too. But even over 18, you're legally mandated to get X number of... I mean, it doesn't mean everybody always gets them, but theoretically legally mandated.
Swamps kept Ambrose's body in good shape. Even where the Pillar smashed his head in. Gotta incinerate it. That ought to get the Spectre to leave. Leave the world of the living. Never return again.
Seems like an unusually easy fix. Not really complaining, but... Alright, before we return to the Pillar, we will... dispatch this monster. Because he's right here. Technically, you're supposed to have a 30-minute break in any shift longer than 6 hours, but I'm also not allowed to leave the store without another manager to cover. Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, here it's one of those, if you're working 6 hours, you're legally mandated to have a 30-minute break, 4 hours, 15. If you're working 8 hours, I believe you're legally mandated to have a 30-minute break and 2 15-minute breaks. But yeah, it's... Not everybody always gets these things, like you're saying. That's the law, but at the same time, you're not allowed to leave unless there's another manager there when there's not, so it's, you know. There's the law and then what happens, and I suspect... I haven't had any underage people working for me in a very long time, but I suspect the laws there are, you know, gotta be more certain that they get theirs than everybody too, because I'm sure it's watched more heavily. Ah.
Drowners are coming out of there. Best blow it up.
I agree.
Damn, you're ugly.
Oh, I forgot about the drowned dead. They're not quite the same as the drowners. Got a lot of XP for that thing. Excuse me.
No ordinary fog, this. The odor. Metallic almost.
Certainly unpleasant, it seems. Save here.
Corpse is decomposed almost completely.
Corpse of what? Who? Alright, see you in a minute, Noel. Yep, that's pretty easy to please, Steve.
Didn't even have time to pull out his weapon. Monster must have been concealed. Surprised him. Guess I'm dealing with an old foglet, hiding behind an illusion.
Do love me some foglets. Don't.
Something here. Where's that artifact Keira gave me? Nahal in his eye. Ought to use it. Tracks masked with magic. This is getting interesting.
Interesting. Where are the rest of the damn tracks? Oh. Another illusion to dispel.
Someone placed an illusion.
Your manager won't even give staff a 15-minute break in a 6-hour shift, never mind 4 hours. It does allow one toilet break, though, if they are on tills. Yeah, that dude needs a... figure things out. Thought I sent his head flying, but...
Bastards are strong. Must be the fog.
Yeah, 'cause they were level 4, and they were tougher than a level 4 should be at this point. Definitely an ugly bugger. Did I say you were the level 0 up? Oh, yeah, he's tearing me up. Minions that are showing up. Barpignugan. It's his minions that are showing up as 0. I see. I knew what you meant by till, Steve. What's as far as you got, Gemini?
An illusion. Nahalani's eye. Ought to use it. Bastards are strong. Must be the fog.
If I got anything to help me out here. We call the actual part that holds the money the till. It's a foglet. Alright. Moondust. Necrophage. we go. And... yeah, it was necrophage oil. And use my coin. Alright, see if that doesn't help me out a little bit. He's got a hold of a sauce. Oh, you couldn't kill this guy? I don't remember him being super tough from my last playthrough, but it's been a while, and... I mean, obviously I made it past him at some point. Getting those messages, trying to deal with it before Netflix and chill at 8 p.m. Alright, this is going much, much better. Alright, that's the key. Quen and oil the blade. That is now damaged. Yeah, okay. Alright, Gemini, if you want to go back and beat it, that's the key that I just figured out. Do your Quen for your shield and just beat on him, beat on him, beat on him until he breaks your shield, and then dive away, do your shield, and you'll probably hit it, because if he hits you like 3 times, you're done. He does so much damage, so... Ooh, a sword! Don't remember if it's a good one or not. Any other goodies in here? Guess not. I need a blacksmith to repair my sword. Or an armor, conveniently. They both repair both. Don't know why I ran instead of calling Roach. Welcome back, Noble. Welcome, welcome.
Any tidings?
Monster's dead. Fog's dispersed.
Ha! Village folk will be content. Give them cause to celebrate. Well, you've earned your reward. Take it, and fare you well.
Thank you, good sir. Thank you, thank you. Mighty kind of you. That was a measly reward. Check out that sword and see if it's any good. No. Looks cool. Just disappointing. That's in bad shape. Still in bad shape, but it's usable till I hit a blacksmith. Don't want to burn too many of my repair kits. They are damn necessary in this game, especially later on. Stuff breaks way too quickly. Alright. Horse your way over there. So back to Crookback Bog we go. Come on, Roach.
Come on.
Take us to the signpost. Get us there. Looks all pretty leading up to it. I suppose that's the point, to make it seem enticing. For such a grim place. Ms. Gray will remind you, you shouldn't eat the food there. Well, thanks for spitting at me. Appreciate that. Dude. Blacksmith. I don't remember this particular blacksmith bugs every now and again.
Where'd you get the silver? Merchants were at Crow.
There we go.
Yeah?
Rude bastard.
I'll take a look. Maybe pick something.
That's really worth dismantling. Yeah, it's not really. Anything else I need to dismantle? No. No. Okay, that's about it. Surprising. Do not get crap for those resells. Alright, I very much want that Foglet trophy off. Hate how it automatically equips him like that.
So long.
Didn't matter where the grub's from, as long as the bowl's full. Not my fault we ended 6 feet under the birches. What do you think?
Yeah, Gray, it was... This is not my permanent lighting, it's... moving some things around. I couldn't get the light quite set how I used to have it, which was still not perfect, but a lot better. And the PC upgrade with the BIOS. Having to borrow my parents' laptop to complete it, and yeah, it taking 2 days. Basically, I just ran out of time to get everything quite right for today's stream, so I got it the best I could. But yeah, I 100% agree that the lighting on me needs to improve. that should be improved by Tuesday's stream.
White wolf, wise wolf. What is it the wolf needs?
It's a good point, Noel. I don't know. I don't know why they call it a blacksmith instead of an iron or steelsmith, since black isn't a type of metal. I never fell asleep for 5 minutes.
Folk from the village come here often?
Oh, when help they need, the Pella they seek.
Help with what?
With the dead that come a-haunting, peace must be made. But they must then wait for Forefathers' Eve. Or when
Alright, Gemini, thank you so much for coming by. Wildly appreciated. I will see you in one of yours or mine again. Enjoy the Netflix time. And I will check that message after stream. But yep, now you know how to kill it, so you can get past that one and move on with the game. Because, yeah, it's definitely worth it. So keep your Quen up and just keep attacking him and use your... look at your bestiary. I think it was the Necrophage oil, but make sure, because that actually made a lot of difference. And yeah, have fun tonight. Take care, and thank you for coming.
Found your father's body. Had to burn it.
Good you did. Return for me ye would have.
What's your story? You actually kill your father?
'Twas an evil man. The Pella feared him once, but then grew brave. What his father did to his mother, the Pella could not look upon it. So he split the father's head with an axe, left him in the swamp. But folk knew.
That does make sense, Steve. It's just interesting that they didn't call it a type of metal.
Ghost's not likely to come back.
Thank you, Witcher. A reward for your aid. And if herbs or remedies you ever need, for near nothing you will have them from me.
Cool. Got that one in the bag now.
White wolf, wise wolf. What is it the wolf needs?
Well, since you said you're giving me a discount, let me see what you got.
Show me what you got.
Northern Wind, White Gold. I don't know what White Gold does. Alright, his prices are much more reasonable. I kind of wish I hadn't spent the money on Keira's. Greater. God, there are a lot of these. But knowing how to make them is super handy. Alright, I'll come back and get more later. Because that drained me of a lot of money. Definitely get rid of some Pool's blood. And some Drowner Brains. Anything else I can... Not really. Oh, made a little bit of
So
money
long.
back. Also, a little coal and soot and ash from the forge. Blacksmithing tends to leave one a bit darker at the end of the workday. Yeah, no, I mean, it all makes sense. It's just interesting that they did choose to name him a blacksmith instead of a type of metal smith. Glance. Where are these damaged shrines? Alright, I'm gonna go fix these. Clean up a few of these side quests.
Isn't easy, not at all.
Ah, missed it. Twice. And that 15 smith equals a craftsman who works with a hammer. I didn't know that was specifically the definition. I mean, it makes sense. And you always call someone who works with, you know, whatever, like we'll even use wordsmith and stuff, which I guess would be inaccurate because you don't use they don't use a hammer, but yeah, I never knew the specificity there. Okay. Didn't go as planned. Power's off in 5 minutes to save energy. Would you like to... Hang on a second. What in the hell is going on? Hopefully my monitor doesn't turn off in a few minutes. It's a weird feature since I'm using it now.
Come on now.
As long as you don't cover hog. I don't get it, Dolly. Down better than I expected. Better than I expected, I should say. Oh, cover hogs. Hog the covers, I get it. Yeah, sorry.
Winds howling.
Through the byways we will go.
Ghouls. And where there's ghouls, there's usually corpses.
Oh, bloody hell. Way too powerful ghouls, that's right. The byways is a place I need to come back to when I'm a higher level.
Run, Roach.
Yeah, for whatever reason, when I read it in my mind, I didn't process the cover hug right. I wasn't sure what you meant. Then I reread it and I was like, oh right, hog the covers. I get it.
Whoa!
What's this?
You the ones destroying shrines all over Velen?
What's that got to do with you?
What's it got to do with you?
We are the heralds of lightning. Heavy drops from leaden clouds. Unleashed, the lightning's name shall be Overman.
What?
The locals claim the gods are unhappy. No fear of their wrath?
The wrath of the gods? The gods are dead. We but dispose of their rotting remains, the dying embers of superstition that harms.
Great. Need a favor, though. You gotta clean up after yourselves here. Then go back to wherever you came from. Dispose of those embers there.
Yeah.
Religion is the opiate of the masses. The gods are dead. Thus speaks Master Friedrich of Oxenfurt.
Yes, yes.
Common folk fear religion and the priests, not the gods. And this fear enslaves us in fetters of ignorance. We must forge a new morality, or rid ourselves of morality altogether.
Where that automatic power saving thing came from. You live in Scotland where you wear thermals and duffel coats at all times. Really confuse the Yanks and call it a duvet. We know what a duvet is. Fair point, Steve. Can't really argue that.
Amusing as this little show is, I'm getting bored. Leave, and don't come back.
Oh, what?
Or I'll tell on you to the headmistress.
Repression! Attack the system's lackey!
Seriously? Idiots. Yeah, I thought there were 3 shrines I had to take care of. I guess only 2. Worked out nicely. 3 quests ticked off there in rapid succession. Where am I exactly? Yeah, we call them comforters over here, typically. Posh people have sheets and blankets, so here sheets and blankets is the common way to say it. And throw pillows, just call them cushions. Yeah, either way. We have throw pillows here, would I give my other half at speed? The Welsh have sheeps and blanket bed. Where are you, Roach?
Faster.
Go to this town here and discover it, and there'll probably be a fast travel point. that isn't the byways that's surrounded by ghouls I can't kill. Or it's just deserters with an abandoned site, but it should still give me a fast travel point.
Shut up and fight.
What? I can't remember what I need the seashells for, but I remember I'm going to break them down into something I need. I think. We shall see. Okay. Yes, Roach, I know there's another bad guy over there. I'm letting him stay alive while I loot everything. Trying to.
Any last words?
Once I kill him, then the people come back and looting's harder. Ooh. They have sheeps in lots of strange positions. With suspenders, how does a Welshman find the sheep in the tall grass? Very pleasing. Edge of a cliff gives a better... I've heard that one, Dolly. How does a Welshman find the sheep in the tall grass? Very pleasing.
You know, Witcher, folks say that they will. Me, I'll never forget what you did for us.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I'm glad you'll never forget what I did for you.
Sir, why we're up to our noses in frights and horrors, imps, Samovillas, mamoons, flying drakes, pikes, oh, and bats.
And bats. Bats don't sound that scary in comparison to everything else we were talking about. So it's funny, it's like this and this and this, and it's all bad, and then bats! I guess bats can be scary too.
If only me man weren't forever getting tossed at the tavern.
It matter where the grub's from, as long as the bowl's full. Not my fault we ended 6 feet under the tree.
Kinds of goodies. And another merchant.
Greetings!
What does a Welshman wear on a date? Velcro gloves? Oh my god. Oh, Steve. I am gonna read it aloud, just so if anybody watches this replay and doesn't watch the chat. What does a Welshman wear on a date? Velcro gloves and wellies. Oh, that's a good one. Wait, I've talked to you before? But I just liberated the town. How is this possible?
Farewell.
I think that is...
is as though the heavens sent ye.
Everybody looted. Missed something. Alright, now I think that's all the places and corpses looted. Bless your father times grandpa. Alright. And sadly, there's no fast travel point or covering it up.
It matter where the grub's from, as long as the boat's full.
Nope, no fast travel point. That's sucks. Maybe up here. Anyway, we're wiping off a couple question marks from the map, but really just hoping for a fast travel point so I can get back to somewhere we want to be. This isn't going to do it either, but... Bye-bye, Wraiths. I came here in hopes, again, of a fast travel point, but we find treasure instead. Nice. You have speed fair hours. Need to stay up for a while or your sleep pattern will be screwed. Oh, I missed a couple messages. They tell no, you should have built a bigger boat. We should never get to. Not saying Steve is old, but he was the weatherman for no. Poor Steve, you're on fire tonight, and not in a good way. You're just getting burned left and right.
Giddy up.
Where to now? Somewhere that I can fast travel from. Okay, I guess up here. Because I can fast travel to the byways and then just quickly run away, but getting there and being able to fast travel without those 20-some, level 20-something ghouls killing me is a separate issue. So we'll just bypass it. Although, what is this? Also red skull above my level, so I need to get the hell out of here. There's a flying enemy that's well above my level. Which that just makes it that much harder. Oh shit. It's all good. It's true, and they do it out of love, Steve. We all know that. Okay. Let's do. Okay, nothing pressing there, so I think we'll head back to Novigrad. Let's move on with the main quest a little bit. There we go. You don't hear it. You're saying, so he lives in Yorkshire without all the bums, he would never get a tan. Can't do chickadee to so. Well, you know, pop quizzes are necessary. Stop terrorizing the townsfolk. It's not right. Is everybody? Is anybody? I think I got everybody.
It's nearly night.
Stop your screaming. It's over. It's fine now. Yes, it's not over. There's more of them. No, it's over. I guess that's why they were still screaming. Okay. I do not remember a hatch there. I need a key anyway, but... Supposed to meet Zoltan here.
Will we receive any restitution for our investment in Temeria, now lost?
Damn it, I don't.
After sundown.
Ah!
Thank you, Wastelander. I'm imagining that was quite a while ago because you left a while ago. Stream elements slow off the mark, but nonetheless, it did its job. Thank you very much for the sub. Hugely appreciated. I know, I was trying to figure out why everybody was screaming until... the Hotkeeper meditates. Not in, that's map. Eat it. Alright, do not meditate inside. Might be a thing, don't really remember it being a thing, but it could be. $7 p.m. should be after dark. YouTube's quick today. We'll sort out for our commando build, Dolly, and a rifle build as well. Both are sneaky sneak builds and a lot of perks crossover between them. But you'll go. You check the specials now. Well, that would be a reason to make them scream, I suppose, Dolly. time are we on? Okay, we're a little over 3 hours now. This actually might be a good place to wrap it, because it's a good place to pick up next time. Because, yeah. I'll pick up right into the main quest for next time. It's a good place to wrap it. So yeah, I think we're going to call it for today. Didn't exactly have a planned endpoint, but that seems like a good one, to be honest. So, yeah, anyway. Thank you, everybody. That was the Witcher 3 part 14, I believe. Yeah. So we cleaned up some side quests. Didn't do much with the main quest today, but on Tuesday, which is where we'll pick up right with the main quest, meeting Zoltan at the Kingfisher Inn after sundown, which we just meditated till sundown, so we're good and ready to do that. And I believe we're looking for Priscilla, ultimately to find Dandelion, who we think has been in contact with Ciri because she went to him for help. So that's the main quest, that's where we're on. So that's where we'll pick up on Tuesday. You're a wee star, Steve. Thank you, no rush when you're ready. You just jump back into NMS. Well, good timing then. You just jumped back in right when I was signing off. So yeah, about middle of the road time, you know, longer than the weekday streams. Probably average for my weekend streams. Some of them get up onto the 4-hour mark and everything. Just kind of depends. I leave the weekends open-ended, but it's been a long weekend. I'm tired, and this is just a great place to wrap up and pick up. Makes it nice and easy, so I figured this is a good place. So, again, thank you everybody for coming by. Hugely appreciated. More than I can express, but yeah, thank you very much. Means the world to me. And we had record numbers. We got up to 12 for a moment that I saw, and then stayed solid above 10 for, I think, well over 2 hours of the stream. So that is fantastic. Thank you everybody so much for hanging out. Hope you had fun. I did. I had a great time. I'll get the EQ set up on my mic for Tuesday, so clean that up a little bit. Change the cam placement. I'm going to fix the lighting. Like I said, I just kind of ran out of time. And intend to bump up the stream quality to 1080, 60 for Tuesday. We'll see, as long as I have time to test it and sort it all out and make sure everything works. But we'll see. But yeah, Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Arizona time, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Again, thank you everybody for coming by. Hugely appreciated. Had a great time, and I will see you all. Hopefully, I know you can't all come on Tuesday. See some of you on Monday in Darth's chat or your own streams. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you for hanging out. Have a great rest of your day, rest of your weekend if it is. Steve, you have a great rest of your actual weekend now. You're welcome, everybody. Thank you, Buffy, for the wonderful modding as always. Yeah, good night, everybody. Sorry, Noel, I don't have merch quite yet. One of these days, maybe. One of these days. Not for a while. Alright, guys. Thanks, everybody. Good night.